Albania, right? Because not many people do speak Albanian. He's going to come in very useful.
Yeah.
We have 1 minute on the clock. Let's see if we can get you to Albania. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Your time starts now. The calendar months beginning with A are August and which other?
April.
Correct. The cult movie Reckless Kelly is set in the US and which other country?
Pass.
Australia. In 2012, Susan Alberti was appointed Vice President of which AFL club?
Collingwood.
The Bulldogs. What hyphenated term denotes luggage that can be taken into an aircraft cabin?
Carry on.
Pass.
Carry on. Comic book character Archie is traditionally drawn with what colour hair?
Red.
Red. What was the name of the party led by Australian PM John McEwen?
Liberal.
Country Party.
Mm.
Nigella Lawson's cookbook, Nigelissima, is inspired by which
Italy.
country's cuisine?
Italian.
Correct. What leap year will immediately follow 2024?
2028.
2028.
Correct. In the TV series Sea Change, who plays Magistrate Laura Gibson?
Sigrid
Thornton. Pearly kings and queens were originally costermongers in which UK city?
Costermongers. The hell's a costermonger?
Pass.
London. What word is both a goal scoring term and an abbreviation of paragraph? Lace, $6,000 to get the team account open. And now we go into the main rounds, the beauty rounds, when we meet the chaser after starts. Now, in the US, which professional sports league runs the annual Home Run Derby?
Baseball.
Correct. In the lyrics to Waltzy Matilda, a jumbuck came down to drink at the what?
Billabong.
Correct. The official languages of Paraguay are Guarani and which other?
Spanish.
Correct. What is the two-letter postal abbreviation for the US state of Kansas?
KS.
KA.
KS. A prominent Australian author and feminist is Germaine who?
Greer.
Correct. In which African country is the archaeological site Saqqara?
Pass.
Egypt. In which UK country is the Compton Mackenzie novel Whiskey Galore set?
Australia.
Scotland. Gold Coaster is a demonym for a resident of which Australian
Gold
city?
Coast.
Gold Coast.
Correct. In chess, a legal opening move can be made with a knight or which other piece?
Pawn.
Correct. The rice seasoning furikake originated in which country?
Japan.
Correct. Australian TV character Uncle Arthur was played by comedian Glenn who?
Robbins.
Wheatley.
Robbins. The meat of what animal is used in the Italian dish porchetta?
Pig.
Cow.
Pig. You're tossing up. Hey, Kane. $14,000. That's a good round, mate. That gets you and Lacey to Disney. 1 minute on the clock. Best of luck to you. And your time starts now. In a non-leap year, which month has a maximum of 28 days?
February.
Correct. In diving competitions, the abbreviation DD stands for degree of what?
Difficulty.
Pass. Difficulty. Unrepentant Geraldines is a 2014 album by US singer Tori who?
Or Amos.
Well, Amos. The two colours of an Oscar flag used in semaphore are yellow and what?
Blue.
Red.
Yeah.
Which late princess is interred at the Round Oval in Northamptonshire?
Pass.
Princess Diana. Nobel laureate Malala Yousafzai was born in which decade?
The
80s.
1990s.
Correct. A former mayor of the Vermont city of Burlington was Bernie who?
Oh, Sanders.
Correct. Typically, a sailboard has how many sails?
1.
Correct. In which Australian TV soap does Shane Withington play John Palmer?
Neighbours.
Correct. Cormac McCarthy wrote the 2005 novel No Country for Old What?
Men.
Correct. Which branch of the Scout movement has an emphasis on water? Sea Scouts. From which country was the Cassini orbiter launched in 1997?
Russia.
USA. What letter appears? Hey, Jim.
Cassini
Good
orbiter.
job. Really good. $12,000, mate. There's a used ring. Woo! Someone's used drinks, though. That's why they wanted to destroy it.
Hello, Jeremy.
How's it going?
Some enthusiastic passing there. It's like watching Tim Kerrill play.
Oh. Now, is it your daughter's a biomedical person, isn't she?
Yeah, she got a first-class honours degree.
Yeah, now doing a PhD. So, to you.
Thank you.
And your time starts. Now, a traditional Christmas carol is titled Away in a What?
Manger.
Correct. In Star Wars comics, who is the uncle of the Wookiee character Lowbacca?
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca, known for its vineyards. Waiheke Island is part of which neighbouring country?
Hawaii.
New Zealand. Based in Gosford is the A-League club, the Central Coast what?
Mariners.
Correct. Red, black and corner are names of bets in which popular casino game?
Blackjack.
Roulette. In 2016, Philip Lowe was appointed governor of which bank?
Reserve Bank.
Lloyd's.
Reserve Bank. Renee Zellweger plays the love interest of Tom Cruise in which 90s rom-com? Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
The coffee portmanteau muggerccino is a blend of mug and what other word?
Cappuccino.
Correct. The viral disease, varicella, is more commonly known by what avian-inspired name?
Chicken flu. Bird flu.
Chickenpox.
Oh.
According to the Bible, the rivers Pishon and Gihon originated in which garden?
Eden.
Correct. Soyuz spacecraft that uses
Russia.
Hey, good job, Naomi. Well done. $8,000 for your cash build round brings us up to a team total of $25,000. So a smidgen over 8 ahead. How's that sound, team? Sounds good, doesn't it? Now, here comes the snake.
Hello, Naomi.
Hello, Sean.
Forget the Winnebago. You'd have to settle for a loser bago.
Really?
Winnebago, loser
Let's
bago.
just wait and see.
Very funny.
$8,000. Good start. And during the break, they chose blindly between two sets of questions. Set A will be for the challenger, set B for the chaser. As there are three of you in the hunt, you have a 3-step head start. So, team, I wish you the very best of luck. Hands on buzzers. And your time starts now. Vancouverite is the demonym for a native of which city?
Vancouver.
Correct. A 60s Elvis Presley movie is titled Easy Come, Easy
Go.
Correct. Which Dickens story popularised the expression bah humbug?
Naomi.
Great Expectations.
Christmas Carol, the wife of which US president is known as Rosalind?
Carter.
Jeremy. Benjamin Franklin.
Jimmy Carter. For what part of the brain is hippocampi the plural noun?
Jeremy.
Campus.
Correct. What nationality is sprinter Johan Blake?
Kane.
Jamaican. Correct. Kabbalah is a tradition originating in which major religion?
Kane.
Buddhism. Judaism. What city is the capital of the Italian region of Lazio?
Kane.
Rome. The
Yeah.
name of what beer style has the shortened form Pils?
Jeremy.
Pilsner.
Pilsner. Correct. Peter the Great is buried in what modern-day Russian city?
St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg. Correct. What is the most valuable scoring play in American football?
Touchdown.
Kane.
Touchdown. Correct. Patricia Highsmith wrote the novel Strangers on a what?
Kane.
Train.
Correct. On which circus apparatus did Charles Blondin famously walk?
Tightrope.
Tightrope. Correct. The word wanderlust originates from which language?
German.
Kane.
German. Correct. The US TV series China Beach is set during which war?
Vietnam.
Kane.
Vietnam. Correct. Great horned is a species of which nocturnal bird of prey?
Owl.
Naomi. Al.
Correct. To which Greek god does the adjective Apollonian relate?
Kane.
Apollo. Correct. Which US state is closest to the international dateline?
Hawaii.
Kane.
Alaska.
Ah.
The Spanish flag's major stripes are red and what other colour?
Yellow.
Jeremy.
Yellow. Correct. What form of transport was the iconic flak bait?
Kane.
Boat.
Aeroplane.
Oh, yeah.
A very welcome visitor is said to be a sight for sore what?
Naomi. On.
Correct. The river Rhone flows directly into which sea?
Kane.
North Sea.
Mediterranean.
Oh.
Ushabti are tomb figurines from which ancient civilization? Egyptian. Correct. Viscount Greystoke. Who's got it?
Tarzan.
Very tight. Team. Good effort. Very nice. It's a very, very competitive score at 19.
That's in the fun zone. They played superbly well as a team. They dovetailed superbly well.
Fun zone, as he says. It's going to be a fun final chase
Maybe they
after
did.
these news headlines.
Thanks, Andrew. Next, two innocent men, the victims of a vicious bashing at St Kilda. Police released CCTV in a bid to hunt down the thugs. Only on 7, what former Police Commissioner Simon Overland plans to tell the Royal Commission into the Lawyer X scandal. We reveal big changes to the learner driver laws. Prepare for long train delays as work ramps up on the Metro Tunnel. How a fight over spilt milk led to a man being murdered with a homemade lightsaber. A spectacular swimming pool planned for the banks of the Yarra. The microchip letting the blind see again.
And it heats up tomorrow before a lot of rain to end the week. The details at 6.
Thanks to the newsroom for that. Well, it's been a good fun game and everyone's brought something special to that final chase. Everyone had their own thing going on. Good teamwork. Of course, he has to do it alone. Sean, it's 19 steps. Are you good to go?
I certainly am.
It's time for the final chase. Sean, your time starts now. The Italian flag is green, white, and which other
Red.
colour?
Red.
Correct. Which of the planets with a moon is closest to the sun?
Earth.
The Earth.
Correct. The novel Honour Among Thieves is by Geoffrey who?
Archer.
Archer.
Correct. Which European country has a Grand Duke as its head of state?
Luxembourg.
Correct. Orange Disaster number 5 is a work by which pop artist?
Warhol.
Correct. The famous Stonewall riots occurred in which US city?
Oh, Atlanta.
Correct. The alcoholic spirit Slivovitz originated on which continent?
Europe.
Correct. Hamilton is the capital city of which UK overseas territory?
Bermuda.
Yeah.
Correct. From which language is the word alumni derived?
Latin.
Latin.
Correct. Your Love Is King was an 80s hit.
Sade.
Correct. Which NBA star player is nicknamed KD?
Pass.
Stop the clock.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. Is correct. Oh, nice.
Never heard of him.
10 o'clock. 1:10 on the clock. And your time restarts. Now, the popular hashtag Instagood references which social media
Instagram.
site?
Instagram.
Correct. Hosni Mubarak was president of which African
Egypt.
country?
Egypt.
Correct. The Mozambique Channel is an arm of which ocean?
The
Indian.
Indian Ocean.
Correct. Bionic Woman Jamie Summers is played by Lindsay who?
Wagner.
Correct. In meteorology, sleet is mostly which chemical compound?
Water.
Water.
Correct. The military abbreviation GHQ is short for
General
what?
Headquarters.
Headquarters.
Correct. In which county of Virginia is the Pentagon?
District of Columbia.
Arlington.
Correct.
Hmm.
A cornetist plays which brass instrument?
Cornet.
The cornet.
Correct. In Roman mythology, who is the king of the gods?
Jupiter.
Correct. Ottawan is the demonym for a native of which Canadian city?
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
No.
Wow. Yeah, well done. That performance. Naomi, Jeremy, Kane, you've been a terrific team. But sadly, I've got to say goodbye to your $25,000.
Oh.
Who bought you?
You did it. I'm having a great time.
We did ask him to come. I'm beginning to wonder why, though. Hey, thanks so much, team. Really terrific stuff. You played beautifully. And great to have your company as always. Look forward to seeing you next time on The Chase Australia.
Tonight, a gang of thugs hunted over a brutal bashing at St Kilda. Former Chief Commissioner Simon Overland breaks his silence over the Lawyer X scandal. Anger as 3 people front court in Geelong charged with a woman's murder. Drivers furious as petrol companies cash in, setting records right before Christmas.
Huh.
Weeks of disruption loom for train passengers in a summer construction blitz. And the ambitious plan to transform part of the Yarra into a swimming pool.
Live from our Melbourne headquarters, this is 7 News with Mike Amor.
Good evening. Police are calling for help to track down a gang of thugs after a vicious attack on the St Kilda foreshore. Live now to Cassie Zerbos. Cassie, the beating was caught on camera.
Yeah, it certainly was, Mike. It happened just before midnight on Saturday earlier this week. The gang of up to 20 youths set upon 3 men who were just walking along the St Kilda foreshore here. CCTV has been released of the sickening attack, and police are tonight calling on anyone who may know these thugs to contact them immediately. It was an unprovoked attack, and the violence involved has left police shocked.
During the incident, one of the victims received multiple punches to the head before falling to the ground and then being kicked to the head, rendering him motionless on the ground, during which time the offenders picked through his pockets and stole his wallet and his mobile phone.
Just horrible stuff. And Cassie, this wasn't an isolated attack.
No, that's right, Mike. The St Kilda foreshore has been plagued with violence and trouble for several weeks now, so much so police have been forced to step up their patrols, and Port Phillip Council has introduced a 24-hour booze ban over summer. But right now it is vital
Which
for
is
police
nothing
to
to
track
do with
down
anything.
these thugs and to bring them to justice. Mike.
Thanks, Cassie. Cassie Zerbos there in St Kilda. Former Chief Commissioner Simon Overland has broken his silence about the explosive Lawyer X police informant revelations. The scandal is creating problems for Mr Overland.
Informer 383. Mike, there are no extra security measures in place.
Wiped away tears.
They were tracked more than 1,000 kilometres away and arrested during a huge police operation in Sydney. Finally, the trio accused of Madison Parrott's murder were back home in Geelong to face court. Their friends were there to meet them, but they weren't
Have a look at
happy
them.
to see the media.
See you later. You can shove your camera up.
Yes.
The
Yeah, good one, you
29-year-old
fucking
was a
bogan.
popular retail manager from a loving, well-respected family. But for some reason last Tuesday she mixed with the wrong crowd, a decision that cost her her life. Her body was found in a burnt-out tent at the Geelong Showgrounds, but it's believed she was shot dead somewhere else. Nicholas Cross has been charged with Miss Parrott's murder. He recently ran a vigilante crime-fighting group in Geelong. The court heard the 31-year-old father is withdrawing from methamphetamine, as is one of his co-accused, Tracy Menzies. Her family cried and gestured "I love you" during her brief filing hearing.
Is there anything you can say about the incident? As Cross was led from the dock, flanked by two prison officers, he hit the wall and yelled at the police.
Todd Sell has also been charged with being an accessory after the fact. The trio will face court again in May. Tegan Dolling, 7 News.
Petrol prices have soared in the past week, and Melbourne drivers are being told to get used to it over the holidays. Experts say there's no obvious reason for why some service stations are charging so much.
If you're worried about spending big over the holiday season, there is now more reason for concern, thanks to petrol retailers. The difference between the average pump and wholesale price has blown out to record numbers. In fact, the largest since 2004.
From our perspective, there's no reason for it to be that high, but of course, only the retailers know the reason for that.
Last week, the average retail price was $1.39.9 a litre. Average wholesale was $1.15, a record gap of 25 cents a litre.
We're a little bit perplexed because on average, if you look at that gross retail margin, it's generally in the vicinity of 10 to 15 cents a litre.
One day 20 cents and the next day jumped to 45 cents.
One busy service station in Hoppers Crossing featured unleaded for $1.17.9. Just 500 metres down the road, motorists, or lack thereof, were asked to fork out a lot more.
Of course you're going to swerve and drive into that servo just to top up, especially if Christmas just around the corner. You want to save that extra few dollars. For the same petrol, I would come here.
With no immediate respite in sight, experts are encouraging motorists to shop around for the best price during the holiday period.
There are some suburbs where the gaps can be so significant that you could either save up to $20 on a tank of gas or end up paying more than $20 than you need to.
Tom Chadwick, 7 News.
A truck has slammed into 5 cars on the Burwood Highway. The crash created havoc in the upper Ferntree Gully this morning. One man was trapped. He was taken to the Alfred in a serious condition. Paramedics assessed 7 people in total. 4 were taken to hospital. Police are investigating if the truck's brakes failed. Train passengers in the southeast will be hit with massive delays of up to 75 minutes during January. The Cranbourne, Pakenham and Frankston lines will use
Echuca services, and car drivers will be hit between January 2 and 24, with the intersection of Yan Yean, Diamond Creek and Aqueduct roads in Plenty closed for duplication works. But the government won't say if train travellers will be offered compensation or free travel.
So we're looking at a number of ways in which we can continue to support people who are travelling during that period of time, and we'll make any announcements closer to the date.
The longer trains will run from mid-next year on the Cranbourne-Pakenham lines.
I really look forward to the first time that the new trains will run out next year, mid-next year, which will be part of these enabling works.
Brendan Donahue, 7 News.
The final vote of the Upper House has been finalised, with Fiona Patten, the Reason Party founder and former Sex Party MP, returned to Parliament after a nail-biting 2-week